Hey, this is Carrie at the end of the day doing an intro to the video I filmed throughout the day today. Today I filmed a day in the life during our homeschool holiday plans, trying to show you what a week looks like or a day looks like in our life when we have a lighter schedule, so I hope you enjoy it. All right, as with any day, we start with breakfast. I'm making bagels today, and look at this, you guys. I am staring at a sink of dishes already, but I just let it go sit on the couch, eat my bagel, catch up on YouTube, and we'll get to the dishes later. I look at my meal plan calendar and I see we're going to have spaghetti, so I pull some beef out of the freezer to start to thaw before I head back over to the couch to have my quiet time. And today I'm reading in James chapter 1 to go along with a new Bible study at our church in our Sunday school class. Before I can head up to take a shower, I have to let this guy outside because nobody's done that yet. So I go ahead and let him out, and then I go grab my shower, but no time to dry the hair. I've got to head back downstairs and start our day. Before I do, I want to show you this new conditioner that I'm trying. It's actually like a salon level product, I guess. It's really expensive normally, but I have been couponing it again, and I was able to pick this up for super cheap. I'll go ahead and leave some links down below in case you want to follow some of the same coupon ladies that I do. The first thing on our to-do list is our morning basket typically, but during holiday school, we are doing this little unit study from Knotgrass, and I just like to take the time to look through and see what activities we're going to do before I call my kids up for morning basket. So that's what I'm doing here, just flipping through and deciding what 3 or 4 activities we're going to do, and I like to run copies of things that we need to have for the day. So that's what I'm doing, and I happen to look over and see that we are about an hour later than we were all last week starting our day. So time to grab those kiddos from the basement. No more playtime, guys. Time to start our day, but that's okay because we love morning basket time. We start off by reading the Bible portion of the unit study, and then my son will head over to the counter to do the written activities. I give him usually 2 to 3 worksheets a day out of that unit study. That seems to be the right amount to where he still enjoys the activities but doesn't feel overwhelmed. My daughter will do another page in the Baby Book for Jesus project that we're working on, and today she's getting to decorate the gifts that the wise men brought to baby Jesus. So she thought that was neat. While they're engaged in that activity, I'm going to head back upstairs for part 2 of Mama Gets Ready. I'm just going to put some of this rose water spray on my hair to smooth out the frizzies, but they call me and say they're done, so there's no time to put it up. I got to head back downstairs and help them finish up their morning work. My son's going to do that by writing an email to our missionaries to find out about Christmas traditions where they serve the Lord. And my daughter's going to put the finishing touches on the Baby Book for Jesus. And look at that, an hour and 20 minutes, you guys. Oh, that took us an hour and 20 minutes. So we are kind of moving slowly, but that's all right. We're just going to press on to the next thing, which is piano for my son before we head into spelling. Now I am continuing to do spelling, math, and reading. I just cut out everything else for holiday school, and I'm replacing it with that unit study that we started with. But we are continuing with spelling, so I get my son set up with his spelling lesson, and then I get to head back upstairs for the final part of Mama Gets Ready. Today I'm going to wear this acrylic U-pin in a half-up style in my hair. Normally, guys, I don't even come up to the bathroom and do my hair in the mirror. I just take my flexi clip downstairs with me after I get dressed, and I just put all my hair up in that clip and don't even really look in the mirror most of the day. But today I decided that since I tried out that new conditioner, I used my rose water spray to straighten my hair out a bit, I'm going to actually put my hair up in a clip and actually look in the mirror to do it. So that's what I'm doing while the kids are downstairs doing the spelling lesson. I just take a few minutes to just feel a little more girly about myself. You know, that can be important sometimes when you're having a stressful day. So I get this clip up before I head downstairs to get ready for my daughter's phonics lesson, which is really the first thing that I'm going to do with just her today. So I want to make sure that I'm prepared and have everything together before I call her up. So that's what I'll go downstairs and do now that I'm done with my hair. All right, so here is the phonics program that I'm using for my daughter. I've shown you this several times before, but what I like to do is just look through her book, look through my book, grab a quick snack, get her flashcards ready, and be fully prepared before I call her to start the lesson. Because if I'm not ready, then it just doesn't go well. It really just does not go well. So I look and see what the lesson is. I turn to the pages in the teacher manual and just look over what I'm going to say. The lessons are fairly scripted, so I just take a look at that, and then I will also grab her book and see what assignment she has. Okay, so I'm popping in here just to give you a little commentary on the morning. This is a lot slower than we normally go. We have actually finished all last week. We did holiday homeschool too. We did our Christmas lessons last week. We finished before lunchtime, like right around this time. It's almost 12:30. We finished all of our homeschool holiday plans. So that was last week. This is a new week and new challenges and new things are going on. So we still have to do math. I still have to do phonics and math with my daughter. And we still have our block 3, which is our read aloud and book reading time and all of that fun stuff, and our Christmas fun activity to do for the day. So if you haven't watched my other Christmas holiday homeschool videos, I'll put those below so you know what I just meant when I was just explaining what we have left to do. We school in a 3-block format during the holiday season, just to kind of give a different routine, kind of keep things moving at a different pace, because nobody really wants to do school right now. Everybody just wants to get to Christmas fun and Christmas things. So we adopted a 3-block schedule, and I talk about that in a blog post and another video that I will link below. But we are behind. If you keep track of the clock, which I often don't, but my kids do sometimes, and we are behind from where we were last week when we did our Christmas homeschool plans. We finished before lunch nearly every day, and then just had the afternoon to do the things that we planned on our Christmas fun calendar. So I have a video on that too. I'll link that below if you want to see that. So we are a little behind today, but like I said earlier, I had to help my husband with something this morning. It set us back a little bit. But we're just going to focus on getting phonics and math done with my daughter here, hopefully before lunch. We usually eat lunch around 1, and then maybe after lunch we'll just do math and reading with my son, and then head to that Christmas fun calendar. We'll see what happens. All right, so I did go ahead and do that phonics lesson with my daughter, but I didn't tape any of it for you guys. I figured I'd just catch up with you a little while I make lunch here. So my daughter wasn't super engaged in the phonics lesson, but that's okay. I think just the lateness of the day, the closeness to the lunch hour, we just did what we could do, and then we set it aside. Today for lunch, we're having the chicken bites from Sam's Club, and some fresh veggies and fruit and crackers, and I will load up their plates at lunchtime with lots of different foods and fruits and veggies, because they eat really well for me at lunch. So I tend to load up their lunch plates more than I do at any other meal, because they just eat better at lunchtime. So I take advantage of it and try and get as much good food in as I can. I will let you know as I'm making lunch just kind of our plan for after lunch for the rest of the day. I'm hoping to do a little hymn study during lunch while we eat, and then head directly into math right after lunch, so we don't get too late of a start on that. And then all we have to do is reading after math. So hopefully we can kind of catch up a little bit after a good lunch and some energy. Now, I don't really have any kind of set time for lunch. I mean, we kind of typically have it around 1 o'clock. I mean, I don't say no matter what we're having lunch at this time. We just kind of, take natural breaks, and when I feel like it fits, that's when we have it. But it does tend to be about 1 o'clock each day. So I'm going to sit down and do this hymn study with them. I eat my lunch usually just kind of walking around whenever I can. So I don't actually eat my lunch at the table with them, but I do come over and read to them. And today we're doing a hymn study on Silent Night. And then, like I said, as soon as lunch is over, I try to get my son going on his math lesson. We use the math antics videos from YouTube. That was a recommendation from Masterbooks. And then he does front and back of one sheet of math each day, and that's a math lesson for us. While he's doing math, my daughter is playing with our nativity advent calendar, or not our nativity, our Lego advent calendar, and I didn't have the heart to make her move, so I just brought math to her, and we did math right there on the floor today, and we used one of her little squishy pops as a number line counter, and we started our subtraction lessons today, and she really enjoyed doing that with her little pony friend. So all in all, the lessons ended up working out okay. We just kind of had to be a little flexible. Now that school time for mommy is pretty much done and wrapping up, I head downstairs to do laundry. I take one load out of the dryer and switch one load over from the washer, and that's all I do every day. Touch 2 loads and we're done. I then head back upstairs to figure out what my son is going to do out of his reading book for the day, and again, because of the lateness of the hour, I decide to just have him read a portion of the story, and I decide that we will do these comprehension and vocab pages tomorrow with the second half of the story. So he's just going to read half that story, and we will come to these pages later, and that is completely okay with me. So that is going to wrap it up for today's video. That is a day in the life in homeschool during the holidays. I wanted to show you how much quicker and simpler our routine is, but today just happened to end up being as long of a day as our normal school days are, but that's okay because that's real life too. Sometimes you plan an easy day or a light day and it ends up taking you all day to do it. And that's what it was like for us today, but that's okay. We learned, we moved forward, we had fun together, and it's all good. But we are gonna head upstairs now to do our Christmas activity for the day. I did a whole video on our Christmas activity calendar. I believe I already mentioned that, and I'm going to put that below. Today is Christmas crafting. We're going to do some craft projects with our kiwi crates and go ahead and give one of those craft items to someone as a Christmas gift. They've chosen Nona as the recipient of that, so we're going to go make Nona a Christmas craft that we can give her and give her some Christmas cheer, and then that will wrap up our day. The kids will then go and do their electronics time while I put some work in, and then it's time to make dinner. Tonight we'll make some homemade meatballs and spaghetti, and then our evening will be well underway, have some time with Daddy, and go to bed. So that about wraps it up for this video. If you like seeing these day in the life videos, please let me know below, and I will catch you in the next video.